Today's session is going to be something of a departure. Normally we delve into the world of real estate in the northwest suburbs, all around Chicagoland. But today we're going to talk a little bit about some entertainment that I ran into over the weekend, and I thought it would be a really delightful presentation to make for you folks when you're looking for something to do and you're living in the northwest suburbs of Chicagoland. This actually isn't even in Illinois, let alone Chicagoland. It's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is about an hour drive from the northwest suburbs. And it is all primarily expressways, so it's a rather pleasant drive, and if it's springtime or summer, you'll enjoy the ride. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is it's absolutely a remarkable couple of places. I went up to Milwaukee to meet some people, some friends up there, and they became sort of a tour guide for us, and we had a really wonderful experience. We went to what was called the Public Market in the 5th Ward of Milwaukee. And it's just a marvelous marketplace, much like any other marketplace throughout the country or the world, except it has a unique idea of being all indoors. You find your veggies there, you go to the winery, you go to the meat market, the fishmonger, the spice house, all of these various vendors are inside. And it's very comfortable, obviously. There are places that you can sit. You can sit outside if it's a nice warm day. There's ample parking adjacent to the venue. And you're going to have what I think is an absolute delightful time. The meat market had some steaks there, prime cuts, that were frankly reasonably priced. In fact, a little bit less than you might spend at Jewel or Mariano's. And their appearance in the case was just stunning. It made you want to go out and buy a grill while you're there, take it out in the parking lot and cook the steaks up. They were just delightful. And if you wanted to, you could have a little surf and turf and pick up a lobster tail over at the fishmonger's market. Everything there was just 100% wonderful. A winery shop that had all sorts of fine wines, foreign and domestic. And there's a spice house there that you've got a spice that you can't find anywhere else. I was looking for a thing called mace, and not the kind you spray at people, but it's a derivative of nutmeg or whatever it is, and it's for a crazy recipe that I've got at home. And so I was looking for mace, and they didn't have it at the marketplace, but she gave me her website, and she says just contact us there, and we've got it in our store location. So all of this is in one single place, and it's just an absolute delight. They've got anything in there they got a vegetable area market. I bought a head of garlic there with these huge garlic toes. It was really super joint. And so I recommend that to you when you get up to the Milwaukee area. Right nearby on 3rd Street is what was called the 3rd Street Market Hall. And some ingenious entrepreneur took over a shopping mall. Maybe it was the city of Milwaukee, I have no idea. But it's a shopping mall that they converted into a indoor food court and entertainment center, and there are indeed some offices on the upper levels of this place. But it was a major shopping mall like we have all over the country. This one is still anchored by Macy's, and there is a large Walgreens inside the complex itself. But it's predominantly run by the food court. You go into this food court, it has a shuffleboard, it has the Topgolf vendor there. There's a number of things that you can play, as well as sit down at a picnic bench-like table and have a cold beverage. There's an entire wall, about 20 or 30 feet long, of taps. And there's every conceivable type of craft beverage in there, from ales to dark ales to amber ales to light ales, pilsner, lagers, and they're not conventional beers. These are all craft beers. There are no Budweiser or Miller or Coors in there. This is all just craft beers. And they give you a little description, each spigot, as to what you're going to draw out of it. Whether it's a person at our table that had a peach ale, and it was absolutely delightful. A little on the sweet side, but holy smokes, there were stouts in there, any imaginable sort of ale-like or lager-like beverage. And then there is the food court. It's massive. Every conceivable food group that you want to have, from sushi to dairy treats. There was a young kid came by with a bubble waffle cone filled with some ice cream and syrupy stuff. Oh my gosh, it looked like a massive treat for you to have in the old in the food court. And so this place was just stunning. We found there was entertainment for everybody. I mentioned there was an area where the kids could get into, like, an enclosed box-like area that blocks that you put together, that snap together, and you could make all sorts of geometric forms and shapes. There were those pools of balls, those little balls that kids would, in McDonald's, they just jump into them and wallow around in there. There was one of those arrangements. There's also, as you walk around this place, it took me about 10 or 15 minutes to walk around it. There's at least 2 or 3 sit-down bars with a full service bar, any conceivable mixed drink that you'd want or invent, whichever case you chose to do. That's there. Then you can get soft drinks there. You can get every conceivable food group, as I mentioned to you. There's chicken wings. There's sushi. It was a marvelous time. And and then they've got screens. It's the size of this wall here of sporting events, and you'll see they'll have an NBA game going on, or a baseball game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs or something like that. It's just, I promise you, a well-spent afternoon. And don't imbibe too much on the wall of beers. But if you do, I stay at a hotel in Milwaukee itself. There's some delightful ones there, the Peabody. And spend the whole weekend. When you get up on Sunday morning, you go to the Basilica. It's a delightful church. In fact, my daughter was married there. But the long and the short of it is, these two venues in the city of Milwaukee, and they're right near one another, and easily gotten to off the expressway. Not a major big deal to get there, or complicated. It has ample parking adjacent to both venues. So you find yourself having a really delightful weekend in the city of Milwaukee, and you can do any number of countless things there. You can go see a ball game if you want during the summertime. But these two would be some great anchors for you if you want to be sure you get your fair share of food groups. And if you want to take a lobster home, or a prime steak and a nice ribeye, or you find yourself even burgers if you like, and they've got squid there, they have oysters, they've had shrimp, in various configurations, whether they're raw and cooked or whatever the case might be. I think you'll find yourself absolutely enjoying this experience in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, an hour or so away from the northwest suburbs of Chicagoland, and I promise you a good time. So if you're entertained by this session today, why, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And we put out a video, 1 or 2 a week, and most of the time we deal with real estate, with mortgage rates, etc. But in this particular instance, we were trying to deal with living in the northwest suburbs of Chicagoland. So if you enjoyed it, as I said, subscribe. If you got a burning question about one of these venues, maybe looking for addresses or phone numbers or whatever, please feel free to call me. And if you got a burning question about real estate, call me about that too. We got all kinds of volatility going on in the economic world today, so it sure is impacting the real estate market as well. So feel free, call me at 847-651-2582. Dennis Cecil with Baird & Warner Real Estate in the northwest suburbs of Chicagoland. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and you will look forward to the same sort of entertainment in the future. Give us a buzz and subscribe, or call me on the phone. I'm always available to take your calls. Take care and enjoy the rest of the day. Ta-ta for now.